The Decade System, and engineer Muhammad Ali Mirza, an analytical review. Pakistan's social and religious landscape presents a complex tragedy, where continuous efforts are made to suppress voices of truth. Any individual who challenges hypocrisy, seeks to break the chains of sectarianism, or raises questions that shake the foundations of a decayed system faces conspiracies to silence them from both the state and religious establishments. In this context, engineer Muhammad Ali Mirza stands out as a notable example, rejecting sectarian divisions based on the Quran and Sunnah and promoting a unified Islamic vision. His teachings have influenced millions of young people, who now access reason-based religious understanding through his videos on social media platforms like YouTube and Facebook. However, this voice has also become a serious threat to those who exploit religion for personal gain and sectarian interests. Recent events provide a clear illustration. On August 25, 2025, the National Cybercrime Investigation Agency (NCCIA) raided his academy in the Makan Mohalla area of Jhelum and arrested engineer. He was accused of spreading disorder in society. Registered under Section 295C blasphemy of the Pakistan Penal Code. Following this arrest, on September 18, 2025, he was transferred to Adiola Jail in Rawalpindi, where he remains on judicial remand. This arrest was not merely an attempt to silence an individual, but reflects a broader social trend where reason-based criticism is suppressed under the guise of combating religious extremism. The recent involvement and statement of the Federal Islamic Ideology Council, also known as the Federal Shariat Council, are particularly significant in this matter. On September 24, 2025, the Council issued an official statement declaring engineer Mirza guilty of blasphemy. This statement, issued from the Council's headquarters in Islamabad under the supervision of Chairman Dr. Qibla Aghaaz, cited several of Mirza's videos as grounds for holding him responsible for religious discord. The statement not only reflects the support of state institutions, but also shows the pressure from sectarian groups. However, the statement itself is under scrutiny, as the Council provided no concrete evidence. As highlighted by international human rights organizations, such as Human Rights Watch, which have reported on the misuse of blasphemy laws in Pakistan, understanding the decay of this system requires some logical and evidence-based analysis. First, sectarianism acts like a social epidemic, dividing Pakistan's population of over 220 million. According to a 2023 report by the Pew Research Center, over 75% of people in Pakistan consider sectarian divisions a barrier to the country's development. In his lectures at the Islamic Academy in Jhelum, engineer Mirza emphasized unity by referencing Quranic verses such as Surah Al-Hujurat 13 and authentic hadiths from Sahih Bukhari, directly challenging the agendas of sectarian clerics. For example, figures like Maulana Tariq Jamil and Mufti Munibiruddin, associated with the Deobani school of thought, have criticized Mirza's teachings as they contradict their traditional interpretations. Second, this arrest reflects state hypocrisy. On one hand, the government claims to curb religious extremism, as outlined in the 2024 National Action Plan, but on the other hand targets individuals attempting to uproot the foundations of hatred. Evidence of this can be seen on social media, where after Mirza's arrest, the hashtag #ReleaseEngineer Mirza received over 500,000 posts, indicating the awareness and engagement of the younger generation. This trend resembles a scientific study, as social network theory such as Granovetter's 1973 research shows that weak ties like online communities often serve as the foundation for social change. Third, this case highlights the lack of freedom of expression in Pakistan. According to the 2025 World Press Freedom Index, Pakistan ranks 150th out of 180 countries, where criticism on religious topics is suppressed under the label of blasphemy. Like Mirza, activists such as Jibrin Nazar and others have previously faced similar accusations, indicating a recurring pattern. This decayed system, rife with corruption and duplicity, is fearful of reason. Mirza's voice, which portrays Islam as a message of love and unity, is like a candle piercing the darkness. The Federal Islamic Ideology Council's recent statement is an acknowledgement of that fear, but it is also an opportunity for society to reflect. Will we remain trapped in the chains of blind imitation, or will we move forward in the light of knowledge and reason? Mirza's arrest is a momentary sorrow, yet it signals the emergence of social change, where questions now resonate in millions of minds. Mirza's voice has landed him in prison, but this was an inevitable step. He is like a physician diagnosing the ailments of society. In a society where Sultan Rahi's films and the bitter speeches of Samar Abbas Qadri are popular, Mirza took up the book as a weapon and stepped into the field. Everyone condemns sectarianism, yet poisonous rhetoric thrives. Figures like Zahid al-Rashidi and Saqib Raza Mustafa are needed, but the environment favors venomous discourse. Individuals like Mirza represent hope in this system, advancing religious understanding through a scientific and rational approach.